Alright, welcome back everybody to Norstead Point Session 6. In Session 5, last session began with the party having taken a small boat to the base of Norstead Point. Assessing their climb, they quickly determined that it would be dangerous to attempt without safety precautions. Turn down this music just a hair. Oh, by the way, all the music is balanced around you guys having the master volume set at 100. Okay. Fergus examined his climbing gear that Agnes had designed, noting he may be able to replicate it. Deciding to return at a later point, the party decides to investigate the sea caves Maeve had spotted instead. Entering the cave, they find it inhabited with local wildlife. Bats lurk undisturbed on the ceiling and salamanders mine their eggs. As they're exploring, Balog is whisked off the ground as he steps into the barely visible saliva strand of a ceiling worm. Before it swallows him, he drinks one of the potions from the abandoned hut, causing bony spines to burst from his flesh. He slays the worm from within it and is regurgitated as it dies. Spying away downward, he circles around to find a path. It's blocked by a barrel, which he moves aside, and the party proceeds down a hole in the floor to the level below. As they proceed within, they note a massive sea salamander resting on the opposite side of the room, blocked off by stone structures. Finding the path ahead is blocked by a large, shimmering wet mass, the party catches themselves and prepares to remove the obstruction. So, y'all haven't gotten...
coming towards us, right? This thing is alerted to us. This wet mass is towards us.
It has not moved from where it is currently sitting.
Oh boy.
Oh, my apologies. You guys are actually on this one.
Would I know much about these? Like, what they are? Like any of these creatures? Like, I feel like these would be in mountain caves as well as like seaside caves, but I don't know.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me survival or nature. We'll see what you know. Give me one quick second to find. I'm gonna reassign something real quick.
Which one's higher though?
There we go.
Survival it is. Oops. Oh. Not too good.
Nothing you're terribly familiar with, Balog.
Alright.
It is currently not budging. However, upon closer inspection, just from Fergus and Balog, the two of you can see this. Maeve, at this point, you're pretty much completely in the dark. You're like 2 floors underground. You are going to need essentially a torch to see. But Fergus and Balog, the two of you are able to make out that this thing quivers just sort of passively every now and then. And it's sort of just wedged into this path here.
Since I don't know what it is, I'm going to pull out my javelin and walk up, poke it.
Balog, as you poke it, this mass here is going to very abruptly wrap. You watch as like the tip of the javelin sinks in, but
I let go of the javelin.
Yeah, little arms are going to reach outward and grab the rest of it and sort of pull it inward. And sensing this blob is going to sort of like constrict and tighten and then sort of wedge itself as it begins moving out. Now can everybody go ahead and roll me initiative.
rough round for initiative.
Oh, this thing's gonna... it's gonna mow right over us.
Alright, let's
Jello
see
lawnmower.
how everybody did. Oof, okay.
Yeah, no one got double digits.
Oh man, do I not have a thing for this? Okay, no worries. I got a 13. Okay.
Yeah, so this thing's just gonna like move right up to us or over us.
Alright. Baylog, Maeve, and Fergus. Can each of you make me a strength check? Whoa.
If I fail this one, then I just wasn't big.
Fergus, Maeve got an 8.
I'll
A
just do an
strength check.
Athletics, my athletics check is the same as my strength check on the paper set.
Okay. No sweat. Alright. So this creature is going to lurch itself forward at high speed and pummel into all three of you, sort of moving to a slow as it sort of wraps into or crashes into Maeve and Fergus. So let me put all of you on top.
I love this music, dude.
Thank you. I love
is
this song
great.
too.
Is this Nordic?
Yes, yes it is.
I knew it.
Okay, so what's going to happen is as this blob sort of lurches forward, Baylog, it's going to catch your left shoulder, and you sort of like try and pull away for a moment, but you watch as little, almost like gelatinous-like arms sort of reach out from the mass and sort of grab the length of your arm and more of your shoulder, and it's actually tugging you in as this mass moves by. And Maeve and Fergus, the two of you are sort of taken by surprise. Actually, I take that back, Baylog. You said it's the same as your athletics?
Yeah.
Okay, so I take that back, Baylog. As it's brushing by, you're actually able to... It takes you by surprise, but you're able to sort of plant your foot and jerk yourself out and sort of sidestep this thing as it pushes past at surprising speed. And Maeve and Fergus, this is sort of going to splash into you as if you just jumped into water. And it's only a moment before you start feeling a sort of acidic burning.
Can we breathe?
You cannot breathe.
Okay.
And Maeve, go ahead and roll me a D4. Okay, go ahead and take 3 damage. And Maeve, you are currently stuck, sort of suspended. Fergus is beside you. He is also suspended in this strange gel. It is starting to burn your skin everywhere that the gel is touching you. What would you like to do?
Oh, jeez. What's my movement like in here?
You are currently restricted.
Can't move at all, really?
Yeah, not really. You can try and make a strength save to get yourself out of here, but otherwise you are kind of stuck without a whole lot of movement. You can't go anywhere. You can reach like things on your person if that helps.
Okay, I'll try a strength save.
This will use the help action to give her advantage on that. He'll like push her to help her get out.
Okay, great thinking, Fergus. So go ahead and make that at advantage, Maeve. And Fergus, can you describe how you're doing this?
So, instead of trying to work his way in the other direction to get himself out, she's like right in front of him. So he's just gonna use all his strength to push on her back to like help her get out as best as he can.
Okay, go ahead and roll it, Maeve, one more time. Okay. So with a 12, that's not quite going to be enough, Maeve. And Fergus, you're able to push, and Balog, you sort of watch as Maeve sort of gets pressed up against the side. Sort of arms like kind of spread out, right? If you reach in, Balog, you might be able to grab her and pull her out. Fergus, Maeve, is there anything else you'd like to do? You won't be able to attack, unfortunately.
Yeah, I guess there's nothing much else I can do, so...
Okay.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Fergus, what would you like to do?
He will... No attacking, no breathing. He's gotta get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna try and get out.
Can you theoretically just bite into the mass and deal damage that way?
You could certainly try. Fergus, as you're sort of moving around in this mass, you can feel different points where the mass, almost like the inside of a giant mouth, is sort of contorting and pressing in certain places and sort of pulling and sucking in others. What would you like to do, sir? Would you like to try and make a strength save to get out of here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, go ahead and roll it up.
Yeah. Oh, a strength save. Save. I think my save is a little bit better. It is. 18.
18, okay. So Fergus, you might not have been able to push Maeve out, but you were able to push yourself out. And sort of kicking off of her, you were able to eject yourself enough to get a handhold on like a piece of stone and pull yourself out.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a d4 of acid damage for having started your turn in there, but then, yeah, sorry, go right ahead after that.
Ooh, damage. He's just gonna... that was his action, so he's gonna run around to the thinnest part and just get ready to try and pull Maeve out.
Okay, you can see Maeve sort of pressed up against the side of it here as this thing prepares to launch itself once again. Anything else you'd like to do your turn?
Nope.
Have you used an action? I think you just like got out, right?
Yeah, I thought the strength save was my action.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, it's not an action. It's just a strength
Oh.
save to escape.
Oh, okay. Well, then he's gonna try and pull Maeve out. That's his action.
Okay. All right, go ahead and roll it strength save, or let me see. Go ahead and roll athletics since you're on the outside.
Okay. Athletics. Oh, okay.
So Fergus, as you plunge your arm in, you feel as these little tendrils reach out and they start to grab your arm, and you feel it sucking you back inside. You are not currently like sucked into this thing, but you do have your arm stuck in it now. Just a consideration.
My last thing, I will look at Balog and hold out my other arm and say, "Pull, damn it!"
All right.
And that's my
So
turn.
I'm going to step here and pull on Fergus. Also, is there any like loose stones anywhere, cave, that are like size like large stones?
Yeah, I would say you're able to find one, like nearby.
Like a 15-pound like cannonball size, roughly.
Ooh, you're gonna have to roll an investigation check for something
Okay.
that size.
Nothing in the immediate area.
Yeah, so I'll say you do see a stone, but nothing within reach right here.
Oh, okay. So I just go ahead and pull on Fergus.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an athletics check. Okay. Alright, we'll go ahead and let me think about this. So you're pulling Fergus, who is pulling Maeve.
Yeah.
Since there's two of you guys doing this, I'm going to say effectively Fergus is helping you accomplish this same thing here. So with
So is that
yes, so with a 19, all three of you are going to sort of like pop out Maeve here, who comes like out the side. And the three of you are now sort of stacked over here.
Do I have any movement left?
Yeah. You have barely moved.
I'm going to, assuming that Fergus is still holding Maeve, I'm just going to drag both of them, like, in this direction.
Okay. Alright.
Whether they're ready to be dragged or not.
No problem. So we'll just say you pull them over here. Anything else you want to do?
Are there any boulders here or rocks here?
Roll me another investigation check. Yes, you find a couple of what you're looking for.
All right. With the rest of my movement, I'm going to pick up a large rock and like the heaviest one I can see, and just sit here waiting.
Okay. Okay. Everybody re-roll initiative. Ooh, lucky ducks. Okay, so well, really, all of you are going to note that this thing is much faster than you had initially expected. It is preparing to launch itself once again. And it looks like, Fergus, you are up first. What would you like to do, sir?
Can you remind me how large this cube is?
It is quite large. I
12
think it's
feet.
15 by 15. Yeah, 12 by 12.
Okay, so that's okay. What can a puncture do? Let me see. I don't want to get stuck in there again. Oh. He will. I'm not sure what to do because, like, I don't know. I'm not confident that fists will do anything to this thing. So instead, he will get creative and he will take out a torch, light it up, and throw it and see if that does anything.
All right. So, Fergus, you light this torch. And Maeve, for the first time, you're able to, like, really see what this thing looks like as Fergus, like, rears back and hurls it. And you watch as the lit stick sort of soars through the air, spinning, and then with a sort of lands in the side of it and is immediately extinguished and slowly begins sinking into it.
That didn't work out the way I thought it would. him out of ideas. So he will. Is this like a rock formation that we're hiding behind right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just gonna hide behind it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me insight, Fergus.
Sure. 10.
10. Okay, never mind.
All right.
All right, Baylog, what would you like to do?
I'd like to. Oh. How heavy is this thing I'm holding? This boulder? How heavy do you think it is? I picked up like one of the heaviest ones in the room.
I would say it's pretty heavy. Like 70 pounds.
Do you think I could throw a 70-pound boulder at this thing here?
I think Baylog could.
Alright, I'm gonna do it. Throw it straight into the creature.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an improvised attack. I guess just a d20 without proficiency. Ooh, that'll work. Okay, so Baylog, here's what happens. You throw this rock, and this rock soars through the air like a slow missile. And as it smashes into the corner of this thing, you all watch as a small piece of the corner is sort of blasted off
Oh, okay.
and lays limply.
Oh, okay, not yet, I guess, but
And
we'll
the
have to deal with
boulder
that.
sort of lands beside it.
Oh man.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
Step back behind the rock.
Okay. Baylog, go ahead and roll me an insight check. Okay. No worries. All right. Anything else you want to do?
Question.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm about doing it. Is there another rock?
Yeah, you found 2 of them.
All right, I'll pick up the next one
Okay. All
and
right.
just sit here.
All right, so next up is the cube. You're all going to watch as the first thing it does is move sideways into the piece. And as it sort of rolls over, it's going to reconsume that piece and grow back to its original size. The next thing it does is it tightens up its body and then is going to leap itself through. With very little regard for this structure right here. And as it comes flying through, all 3 of you are going to realize that this thing moves very quickly and it's faster than any one of you with the exception of maybe Maeve. Baylog and Maeve, the 2 of you are immediately caught. Can each of you roll me a strength save? Okay. Baylog, you are good to go. Maeve, unfortunately, you are sucked into it once more.
Hey.
Alright. Maeve, roll me an insight check. It occurs to you, Maeve, that this creature is not something you guys want to be clustered up against. Alright, it is now your turn. Or I'm sorry, it's Balog's turn.
Alright. Oh, I thought it was Fergus's turn. You rolled a 7.
Wait, oh, you re-rolled. Oh, I see. Wait. Did Fergus go first? Fergus should have gone first.
Last thing that I dragged Fergus after he commanded me to pull on its arm. Dragged him all the way over here.
Okay, sorry about that. I think you actually should have gone first, Fergus. I'm a little mixed up about the order.
That's a-okay. Oh gosh. He's gonna try and pull a Maeve out.
Okay, roll me a strength save.
Okay.
Or an athletics check.
Come on. Oh.
That's enough. Okay.
31.
With that, Maeve, there's a pop as you come slurping out the side of it. And Fergus, you'll sort of stumble backward for a second.
Is that his action?
In this case, this would be an action, yeah, because you pulled Maeve out.
Got it. Okay, so he will just reposition himself a little bit. Still within sight, but just a little bit ways away. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. All right, everybody reroll initiative.
I already re-rolled, so I'm still 10.
Oh, I see. Ooh, okay. Maeve, this time you are up first. What would you like to do?
The slime needs a re-roll too.
Oh, I rolled a 7. Yeah, good call.
I'm going to... I'm gonna turn to Balog and Fergus and say, I don't think we can beat this thing.
I hear you.
And
I want to do one more thing though before I call it quits on this.
I only have one poisoned arrow left, and I don't know if I want to use it. So I'll just...
Yeah, having seen both Balog use his javelin and I think Fergus threw something. I don't know. I thought you said you did something with your spear, but maybe not. Yeah, you get the impression that piercing this thing is not going to be very effective.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I'm just gonna... I just kind of retreat a little bit, just a little further away.
Now, Maeve, keep in mind that you are stumbling through the dark, completely underground. It is pitch black. You are probably going to need to light up a torch to be able to see and do anything effectively.
Okay. Then... yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. All right.
And
So
my turn.
that's just an environmental to light up a torch. So you still have an action and a bonus action.
I don't think there's anything I can do. None of our hits our landing, and if it does land, then it just absorbs it all back up. So
Go ahead and roll me insight.
ugh.
That's okay. Okay. So you're passing on your action and bonus action then?
Yes.
Okay. Fergus, what would you like to do?
Before, when it had a piece fall off, how small did it get?
You saw that when a piece came off, it became noticeably smaller, and it seemed to recoil at this.
Okay. All right. He is going to try one more thing, and if it doesn't work, he will retreat. He's gonna run up, pull out his dagger, and try and slice off a corner like a piece of cake.
Fergus, go ahead and roll me an attack.
Okay. Oh my god. We're rolling shit, y'all.
So let me say this, Fergus. When you slice into it, you find you are able to cut it very, very easily. Although your piercing wasn't effective, you are able to slice it with relative ease. However, you have to do so quickly. As you're slicing down towards it, you're not quite fast enough, and you feel your dagger sort of slow down and get caught on this gel. And you're able to quickly retrieve your weapon before the slime encloses around it. But you do note that you are able, so long as you're quick about it, to slice it.
Okay. Good to know. Okay, so he will. Oh gosh, I might regret this. He will say, he will relay that. We've got to slice it to pieces. I think that's the only thing that'll work. And then he's gonna try and get away from it.
So Balog, hearing this, to stand dead center, going to swing his axe, Ferocity, straight down the middle of this.
Okay. So Balog, you find with the weight of your great slice, you are able to cleave it with relative ease all the way up and down the middle. However, it is going to start reforming with relative ease as the ooze sort of just collapses in on itself. You're able to retrieve your great axe easily enough, but you are going to note that slicing it in the middle is not terribly effective.
Alright. I'm going to step back around the corner here.
Okay. Alright, is that it?
That's all I can do right now.
Okay. So next up is it. It is going to move this way and then chase after Balog, sort of slurping right through this gap and encompassing you. Go ahead and roll me a strength save, Balog, as it sort of recoils and then leaps through here.
Also, if it does catch me, I have those spikes still, but I don't know if they'll do it.
Okay. Well, with that roll, Baylog, this time you see it and you're starting to learn its pattern. And as it sort of prepares to jump at you, you sidestep and it plows into the side, crashing here. With the remainder of its movement, it's going to make one more leap at you. Go ahead and roll one more.
All right.
All right. And perfect. This time you're starting to get the hang of it, Baylog, and it's going to fly past you up over here. And again, Baylog, you take note, this thing is very, very fast as it sort of sends its heavy mass and splashes up against this wall, sort of gooping around this corner and then reforming into a cube. And that is going to be its turn.
All right.
Whoa, rolled 120. Okay, has everyone re-rolled?
Yeah. I am.
Okay, Baylog, you are up first. This thing has just soared past you.
I'm going to bug the fuck out. All right, let's go, guys. I am going to grab Maeve and Fergus and attempt to just pull them in the direction of the exit.
All right, y'all are roaching out.
I'm roaching out, yes.
Is that
roaching out?
Is that what everybody wants
Petrified.
to do?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so Baylog, let's see. How far did you travel?
I don't know. From here to here. So like, I guess that was too much. Wait, no, I dashed. So it's double your movement distance, right? Okay, so I can move a little bit further. Wherever 60 is.
All right.
So like over here, but I attempt to like pull them in my direction.
All right, Maeve and Fergus, you're welcome to move as far as you like with your turns.
All right. Seeing that we are running. How far can I run? That's the question.
And Maeve, keep in mind you can triple dash. And Fergus, you can for a key.
Oh shit! Yeah.
You will not be able to proceed through these stalagmites.
Oh, that's right. Which way did we come through?
This way. There's a pile of rocks.
Yeah, there's like an entrance right here.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a drop, so y'all will have to like ascend this here.
It's actually a drop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Knowing that Maeve is really fast, Fergus looks at her and he goes, "I'll race ya," and starts running. Sprints as far as he can. Let's see.
She shouts at him, "Hey!" and goes after.
All right, everyone move as far as your movement will allow.
Okay.
Am I able to use any action at the end of my movement?
Not if you're dashing,
Not if I'm dashing? Okay.
unless it's an environmental action.
No, it's not. It's thaumaturgy.
Well, that's a bonus action. You actually could do that.
Oh. I'm gonna wait. Wait. Okay.
Like right up here.
So, insight. I want to roll an insight. Do these creatures, the sleeping serpent matriarch, and the slime, do you think they would, like, be friends with each other? Or, you know, like, cohabitate? Or if both of these things were awake, they would shred each other?
They certainly are like cohabitating currently, but they are sequestered off from one another.
Okay.
So this thing is going to move forward very quickly. Baylog, you I would say the party has, well, actually, I guess we need to re-roll. 20 here. Oh, holy shit. Roll high, y'all. This thing's
Did
coming
it roll
after
six-
you.
Oh, okay.
Interesting. Okay. All right, Maeve, you are up first. What awaits you here is a 10-foot ascent to the next level.
Okay. Does it look like it could be... Does it look climbable?
It is climbable. It certainly is. Might be parkourable if you want to try making an acrobatics as well.
Okay, Alright, yeah, let's try parkourable. I'll try to parkour up this thing.
All right, go ahead and roll an acrobatics.
Acrobatics, let's see.
If you have rope, please put some down there for when I get there.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So Fergus, you watch as Maeve, who won the race, sort of makes it to the end point here and dashes up with relative ease.
Show off.
I'm gonna shout down, I'm like, beat that!
Okay, anything else you want to do, Maeve?
I think that's I don't think I have any rope on me, so yeah, that's it. That's it for me.
Okay. As Maeve's voice reverberates through the cavern, Balog, you watch as this thing is going to churn right past you
Oh, it's just gonna block the entrance.
and move through here.
Oh.
Note that you can still go this way, Balog.
Yeah, I know, but I know exactly what it's gonna do. That's the
Okay.
case.
Roll me insight. Balog, what you notice about this as you're sort of pressed against this rock and waiting is that this thing seems to be drawn by the noise that Maeve and Fergus are making as they sprint ahead. It has gone right past you.
Okay.
All right. Fergus, you are up next.
All right.
You hear it sort of wedge itself into the stone behind you.
He is going to try and he saw what Maeve did. Noting where she stepped, he's gonna try and do the same movements that she did to get up.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it at advantage, having seen someone do this.
Hell yeah. So this is what was it?
Acrobatics. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is. What's the range of thaumaturgy?
19.
19?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, with a 19, Fergus, you're able to clear it for sure. So you're safely on the next level.
After he clears it, he takes out his climbing gear. He's gonna slam an anchor into the ground tie a rope to it and throw down the rope for Baylog when he gets there.
Okay.
So is it my turn?
If Fergus is done.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So what's the range of thaumaturgy?
I believe 60 feet.
Oh yeah, we're in business. All right. I'm going to produce a large, like a loud, like guttural, demonic, like infernal sound right underneath the serpent matriarch as she sleeps.
Okay. Baylog, as you do this, two things are going to happen. The matriarch is going to lurch awake, cackling with blue electricity, and you hear a sort of shocking, and are actually going to take 1d4 damage.
Oh, he's touching the water. Ah, wait, how much?
1d4.
Okay. That's clever. That's clever placement. I was just standing in the fucking water.
No worries. So you're okay.
Fucking hand on the door.
So as this thing sort of hisses, cackles with electricity, you're going to hear its large mass sort of whip around as this massive creature sort of shifts very rapidly, its many legs sort of scuttling, clamps onto the side of the cave wall, and then moves onto the ceiling, where it, after hissing, disappears from sight. Meanwhile, this gelatinous cube here is going to push itself up against these, and you watch as it sort of slides over this mushroom. And despite this, there being like small gaps here, it seems unable to push its entire mass through. And you watch as it tries to like find a location here, and is sort of unable to do so. You also watch as this mushroom emerges unscathed from this slime. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to like quiet. Well, I'm gonna roll stealth first off. Oh wow. Okay.
Okay.
Just
It doesn't take a whole lot, Baylog. You sort of creep away while this is happening, and you notice it does not respond to your movement.
All right. I'm going to climb.
Okay. All right. So with that, you all return to the first floor.
Well, that was a close one.
Yeah, I think we bit off more than we could chew with that one. Right.
There you are.
Probably having a kaiju fight down there. Monster slime versus
Yeah, maybe they'll finish each other off, but I don't
Electric
want to stick
Kraken.
around and see if they come up.
As far as y'all could tell, they were unable to reach one another. And Baylog, that's essentially what you were seeing, was that it could not cross over.
Yeah. So eventually, it's a hole small enough. That's probably why they haven't killed each other already, is because they couldn't find each other,
Mm-hmm.
or they couldn't get to each other.
Okay, well, you are all now safely back on the first floor. However, you have been unable to proceed.
Cannot pass go.
If y'all want to rest or something like that, you certainly can. But you're basically back here again.
I will tell them what I found with the stalagmites, that this thing couldn't fit through a gap that small, but the sleeping serpent has now been aggravated and woken up. Our element of surprise is completely gone with it.
Alright, I'll be right back. Y'all feel free to plan for a sec.
Alright. I'll be back too. Well, no, just like 10 seconds.
All right, all right. Have you ever experienced a gelatinous cube before?
I have not.
Oh man, those things.
But I can't, honestly, I can't take it seriously because all I'm hearing is, did you watch Onward?
No.
The Pixar movie with there's a lot of D&D references in there.
Yeah, I never saw that one. But it reminds you of that?
Because there's just because they talk about the gelatinous cube, and I don't remember it, but I think one shows up and he's like, it's a gel. That's all I can picture.
What are you guys talking about?
Onward.
Gelatinous cube.
Okay, so let's recap what you all just experienced. The path was blocked by this squishy gelatinous cube. You found it was very, very quick. It was pursuing wherever it heard noise. And you found you were able to slice it very easily, although slicing it right in the middle was ineffective. When you were able to remove a piece from it, its priority immediately shifted to recovering the piece. What would you all like to do?
Well, I don't know if we can take something like that on right now with what we have. I think you had a fair point there, Maeve.
I don't think we were prepared for all of this.
What do you think you
Well-
would need?
Baylog
Oh,
says, fire.
Fire. No, fire extinguished immediately when it came in contact with it.
Mhm.
I don't
Tried-
remember that.
Yeah, Fergus threw a
Fergus-
torch.
I just-
Oh, that's right.
yeah. It just slurped it right up. If we could restrain it, though, keep it from moving, keep it in one spot.
I think I'm down javelin now. Lost 2.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm down to 2.
Mm.
Lost 2 and still have 2 left.
So here's the alternative, too. You guys don't have to kill this.
Maybe we open up the hole, the stalagmites, to allow it to reach the serpent thing, and then hope that the big serpent is large enough to just destroy it.
And then we only did. If we want to proceed with destroying one or the other.
To
Do we need
break
down? Are we?
to break that much stone, Baylog, you probably want a hammer as opposed to your axe.
Yeah, let's go to the surface real quick, take a long rest, and I'll get a hammer.
Is
Yeah,
that
we
is
can
that
do
what
that.
everyone wants to do? Y'all want to take the approach of destroying the stalagmites?
Yeah, destroying them and so the cube can go through, and they can fight each other.
Okay. So, you all return to the surface.
So-
you note that clouds are beginning to gather.
That there's what? Oh, clouds.
A storm is
Alright.
rolling in.
I guess we just go back to the tavern.
Okay. So all of you are going back to the tavern. What is your plan while you are in town?
Oh, I'm gonna buy a hammer, or do you think I would know? Are there explosives like dynamite? This or
You could try to obtain some from Agnes's.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if she has dynamite.
Okay. All right. So, anybody else want to do anything for the evening?
While Baylog is out doing that, Fergus will be trying to craft another climbing kit.
Okay.
Probably just stay at the end.
All right, Fergus, go ahead and roll me a tools check for that.
Okay.
Maeve, anything you'd like to do?
I would like to restock on some poisons, but I would need to, like, go looking for that, and
You could do that.
I don't know. Okay. Okay. Then, yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let me pull up. I gotta refamiliarize myself with the poison systems real quick.
A quick question about this crafting.
Uh-huh.
What am I adding to the craft exactly? How do I don't remember how I rolled it.
What were your toolkits?
Well, I'd probably be using either Tinker's tools or Weaver's tools to craft this.
Okay. That would be intelligence or wisdom.
Ah, okay.
Your choice.
Alrighty.
All right. Let's see here. For Maeve, could you please roll a poisoner's kit check?
Prisoner's kit.
You are going foraging or nature, your choice.
Nature. Okay.
So it's going to be, it's basically going to be wisdom plus proficiency or a nature.
Wisdom plus proficiency. Okay. Let's see.
Or intelligence, whichever is higher for you.
You said or intelligence?
Okay.
Okay.
Fergus, you are able to make a crafting, another climbing gear. It's a relatively simple device, so you're able to reproduce it in one evening. You now have 2 in your possession.
How long did that take?
That's gonna take you all evening to do.
Oh, all evening.
I was assuming y'all weren't taking a long rest. Are y'all just taking a short rest?
I'm taking a long rest.
Yeah, I thought it was a long rest.
Okay. Okay, with a 14, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead and roll a D100, Maeve. $54. Okay, here's what you get. 54. You get something called Mage Whistle.
Mage whistle?
Mm-hmm.
Thistle?
Yeah, Mage Thistle. So, let me see. Sorry, I'm looking it up. What this does is, on contact, a creature subjected to this poison cannot maintain concentration for 4 rounds. Oh, I see. On contact, a creature that touches this can't cast spells of 2nd level or higher. And if they fail their con save, then they can't maintain concentration on anything for 4 rounds.
Cool. Cool.
Okay. So you get the components for this. You'll have to end up crafting this during another rest, but you can do this during short rests because this is a 2-part process.
Okay.
and that's like gathering and crafting your poisons. Okay, so Baylog, you are making your way
To Agnes.
to Agnes's. Ooh, roll 20 is lagging a little for me. One sec. Okay. So, Baylog, as you step in, this fellow here is going to regard you shyly, but curiously.
Shyly but curiously.
Mm-hmm. So he's sort of looking down. He finds it difficult to like maintain a lot of eye contact with you. You're a very imposing, like massive
Oh
dude.
yeah, true. Very true.
But he's sort of stammers as you come in, and he says, "Welcome to my shop."
I'm looking for Boom.
Boom. He cocks an eyebrow.
He gestures towards, do I see any dynamite anywhere in his shop?
No, but you do see like a barrel with like sawdust in it. In addition to like various other things. If you want to try and show him you need like a powder of some kind, you could maybe use that.
Okay. Is there any like cylindrical object?
Yeah, there's like plenty of jars and stuff.
Or like something that would resemble a stick of dynamite?
Something that would resemble a stick of dynamite.
Yeah. Just anything real quick. Like a wooden dowel or something.
So here's the thing. Dynamite and gunpowder in general is not well established. It's only really in part of the world, and if this is something your people have access to, then these
He's seen
guys
it
over
before,
here
but
probably
he
don't have it yet.
He's seen it. He's probably seen it before through traders, but he doesn't.
He's a tinkerer. He may know a bit about it, but it's not going to be commonplace around here. Gunpowder.
Okay. I'll just ask for a hammer.
A hammer? Okay.
Yeah.
He can absolutely hook you up with like a sledgehammer, which is what you're gonna
Yes.
need. Okay. Then you pay him the cost of a sledgehammer.
How much is that?
I'm looking it up. It's not in the compendium. Hammer. Sledgehammer. Oh, it needs a space. Good grief. Okay. It actually doesn't say. So, I'm gonna say 1 gold.
Warhammer? Oh. Gold.
Because the room was 3 gold.
Alright, so what are the stats for this? Assuming it's a proper weapon as well.
It's just it's like a tool sledgehammer, but it would effectively be like a maul, I guess.
Okay.
Which makes it a 2d6. So it's a two-handed 2d6 strength weapon in that case. So, just to be clear, y'all's plan is to go back, smash the stalactites, and try and get them to fight one another?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Please.
Is there anything else you want from here?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Would I be proficient in this weapon? It's a two-handed.
Actually,
great.
so yeah.
Okay.
You would be.
Alright.
A maul is a martial weapon. Okay, so in that case, the next day, all of you step outside. Actually, two things are going to happen. One sec. Okay, so you all spend the night sleeping in the inn. And during the night, each of you is going to have a peculiar dream. You all dream of this strange subterranean creature. And in your dream, this creature regards you and is speaking to you in a language you do not understand.
Abyssal?
It is abyssal.
Because...
Oh. Wait, do you understand abyssal for some reason?
No, but historically, tieflings are like natural enemies with abyssal creatures.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, yes, so in this case, this is abyssal, but it's like a very old, archaic abyssal. Fergus, what you are going to interpret this as is this is a spell which is being cast, and it is being cast over the entire town. And it is essentially a massive conjuration spell that is about to go off. And as this spell is being cast, each of you is sort of personally being invited to this place by this odd creature. And as it sort of continues its chanting, you all sort of just wake up as you would the next day. It was a bit of an odd dream, but you each wake up in your beds just fine.
This odd dream, in combination with a bit of a headache from drinking a bit too much the night before, has him a little bit groggy this morning.
Balog doesn't know what to, other than the fact that it was Abyssal that was speaking to him. But this honestly solidifies his distrust of the ocean, those that dwell within.
Yeah, for you, Balog, it was just a weird cryptic dream where you were dreaming of this thing underwater, sort of speaking in this unfamiliar language.
But I have a hunch that it has something to do with what we did in that cave just earlier. Because why else would it happen now? I asked Maeve and Fergus if they had a crazy...
Yeah.
Is that enough information for me to like suspect that they had the same exact dream as me? Or should
You wouldn't necessarily suspect that they had the same dream.
No, but I mean, like, it's like, did you guys have the same dream as me last night? Or should I just be like, I had this crazy dream last night of, like,
Yeah,
us being
the latter
cursed.
would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, so that's what I do. I tell him I had a dream that I was being cursed by abyssal creature.
What did it look like?
Looked like you. And I pointed at Fergus. Point at Fergus.
How much did this thing look like Fergus?
It didn't
Like-
look exactly like you, but it most certainly looked abyssal in nature. Like deep sea abyssal.
Fergus scowls.
So yeah, Balog just talks about how this thing was just speaking abyssal directly at him and putting a curse over the town. Is that what happened?
Do you know Abyssal though?
Uh,
I don't know if you.
I do not know abyssal.
Yeah, so
I
you
just know
so
that it is.
yeah, Fergus is the only one who would have understood what it was actually doing.
I mean, I did have a dream of a strange creature. Didn't necessarily look quite like me, but
I'm gonna say
it
it's
was
still
speaking my language.
early. Okay. So, Balog, you ask Fergus about, hey, I had this crazy dream. Fergus, you say, hey, I also had a dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I chime in that I did as well.
So you all learn that you have all had a strange dream about some creature that looked kind of like Fergus, but not really. Sort of, stylistically so. Which in and of
mean,
itself is odd.
It's odd that we all had a similar dream. Yeah, sure, but it was just a dream. I mean, it was talking about a conjuration spell, and magic doesn't even exist. So
Magic
I mean,
doesn't exist.
no.
Then what is this? Going to flare up a torch that I see or land to like a brightness I wouldn't go unnoticed. With thaumaturgy.
Hmm.
Then what did
Seems like your kind can do things others can't. Doesn't mean it's magic.
what is magic?
Just a fantastical idea.
Hmm. So, Fergus, you are dismissing the idea that this could be magic.
Um, I'm not dismissing the idea that this could be magic. I'm dismissing the idea that magic is real.
Okay.
That, like, this
It
is
is
weird that we
real.
all had the same dream, but it is still just a dream because the dream is talking about magic and a conjuration spell.
Hmm.
But you said magic is really rare here. Like, we don't really run into magic, right?
Yeah.
So wait,
It's not
you're
very
talking
common.
about Fergus, your people don't run into magic? Or are you talking about the surface?
Yeah, so this is from Fergus's point of view. Like, he doesn't. There's old stories about magic, but they're just stories. Like, he's never really experienced it. So even
That's
seeing
actually
you,
I didn't know I didn't realize you guys didn't use magic at all. Weren't
So-
like adept.
yeah, yeah. even seeing you do that thaumaturgy thing, he's like, oh, it's just because you're a different race and you have different abilities. It's not magic, because he doesn't understand it.
Interesting. So
Fergus, your interpretation of it being a spell then may have been somewhat metaphorical. You may have just seen someone doing a ritual, or interpreted as someone doing a ritual of some kind, or a purpose. Rather than being like, oh, that's a magic spell, you know?
Right.
as a as a little joke, I'm gonna like fling one of the windows open with thaumaturgy without saying anything.
Quite a draft on these high cliffs.
The window, as you fling it open, Baylog, thunder sort of strikes outside, and rain is sort of pouring down.
Someone gonna close that? I don't tell Fergus or Maeve that it was me.
Fergus just thinks it's a draft. Strong draft.
At this point, old man Marcus is going to sort of burst through the door, and he says, "Gods above! Gods above, have you seen it?"
I'm going to walk outside and look at what he's seen.
Looking outside, Baylog, you are going to see, hovering about like 50 feet up in the air, and it's currently storming outside, but about 50 feet up in the air, there is a churning black sphere, which is just sort of sitting there above the town.
Is it like electrified black sphere?
No, it's not electrified. It's just, it's, when I say churning, in that it's sort of swirling about.
Looks like a photo-negative sun. Realistic of the.
Yeah, and that's kind of what it looks like.
Not as bright though.
Yeah, like you can look at it without your eyes like being destroyed by it for sure. But Marcus is just like, that man, what in the devil is that?
I say, you go inside.
Yeah, he's definitely he goes in the fucking side.
Go inside, son. I'm just gonna like watch it, wait to see what it does.
Doesn't do anything. It just sort of sits in the air.
Is the storm doing anything around it, like responding to it?
Roll me a nature check.
Need to make buttons. Oh, my nature is actually crap. Got nothing. But I rolled an nat 20 anyway.
Nat 20. Okay. Baylog, you notice that the clouds, like on the horizon, are pulling towards Norstead from opposite directions.
Oh boy. This is what the dream was probably about.
At this point, Edmund and Yvonne are each going to sort of come outside as well, having heard about this from Marcus.
Well, no point in standing around to wait for something to happen. I'm going to grab a javelin, and I am going to ring the dinner bell, so to speak.
So you
AKA
guys all watch as Balog just pulls a fucking javelin from his like gear, steps outside, and just like hurls one up.
What happened?
It just like vanishes into the sphere.
No effect.
It does not come out the other side.
So this thing doesn't respond to aggression. This is probably just a spell, not a creature that we're dealing with.
The sphere just continues to sort of like hover slowly
Is
and
it
rotate.
growing?
Nope.
Growing?
Nope. It's just sitting there. Just sitting there in the sky.
Is it making any kind of sound?
No. Nope. Just quietly hovering there.
How high up in the sky did you say it was?
Like 50 feet above the ceiling or the rooftops.
And is this the invitation that the dream spoke of?
You're not sure.
Huh.
It sure seems odd to you and everybody else that looks at it. There is a weird black sphere hovering in the sky.
And the weather is definitely acting abnormal with all the clouds converging on this place.
It does seem to be concentrating here, as Balog has pointed out to the party. Assuming you do, Balog.
Yeah, I do. I also think we should, like, get out of here. Get out of town right now. This doesn't look like it's gonna end peacefully.
Where would we go?
What does the ocean look like right now?
What does the ocean look like right now? The ocean actually looks fine. Looks relatively normal. It's a little wavy.
So everything kind of looks normal aside from the sphere and the clouds.
Yeah. Everything else looks perfectly normal. I mean, it's like rainy weather, right? But all that's really happening here is that the clouds are converging, and there's a weird black sphere hovering in the sky.
This is concerning. Did the javelin, it just disappeared, like didn't warp or splinter or break. It just disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
Do we feel any kind of pull to it? Like any kind of just the magnetic pull or something?
Like being tugged towards it in some kind of way? No.
Yeah.
No. It's just sitting up there.
Just
It's still
chilling.
early in the morning. So most people are still getting up. They haven't come outside.
I'm gonna get just a little bit closer to inspect it. Just to see if I see any more details right about there.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, let me see if I can just make this pop up on screen. It's not a whole lot bigger. Yeah, it's just this like odd black sphere that's just sort of there.
I turn to Fergus and say, whatever is doing this, do you think it hides in water?
Do you think it would?
I think it hides in the water.
Perhaps. Do you think that creature could be real that we dreamt of?
We had this dream and this happened.
I wouldn't even know where to start looking.
Maybe we talk to your... They may know
What-
more than we do.
What is it hovering over right now?
It's hovering over a house, and it mostly just seems to be focused in the center of town. Specifically, it's hovering over this house near Agnes's supplies, which is actually Agnes's house. So, you guys had found some... Here's what basically a summary of everything y'all have going on right now. Y'all weren't able to ascend Norstead Point because you needed more climbing equipment. Fergus has 2 of them now, but you're gonna need at least 3. You did find artifacts in the distant cave below, and you weren't able to explore the the seaside caves Maeve had found. Which I'll just say, having talked and spent the night here, y'all would have learned that the name of that cave, those sea caves over there, is Finnigan's Bucket. It's regarded as being very dangerous because of the wildlife that lives there. And so yeah, having obtained the sledgehammer and spent the night here, you wake up the next morning and there is this strange black sphere hovering in the sky, and the storms do seem to be worsening. We've got about 20 minutes left.
That's my thought, is that maybe Fergus's people know what's going on under the waves.
My people won't be too keen on talking to me or giving us any information at this point. At least not unless I'm able to return something.
And what's that?
Fergus looks around at the people that are standing around, and he just goes, I can tell you about it later. But actually, no, Balog would know, because we've had this conversation.
Oh, that's right. You
That's right.
said artifact. I didn't know, what artifact you meant. Or I didn't press about it.
I think you can ascertain that is what he is referring to, even if you don't know exactly what it is.
And where is this artifact?
Well, I can show you.
Alright, he gestures.
I'll just go near the cliffside. Follow me, I'll show you. I think if I remember. Let's see. Whoa, yeah. Okay, so then he's gonna go right over behind this area here and point right over here and say, I lost it on my way here, but I lost it because there are these really aggressive sharks in the water.
We will take care of it.
Can
Come.
you? I mean, can you handle yourself underwater?
Without word, I'm climb down cliff.
This is like a 200-foot cliff. However,
never mind.
However, there is a descent. Yeah, you can go here.
All right, and I wait on the beach for the group. When Maeve comes down, I hand her my cloak, but I don't tell her. Well, I do tell her. Be silly not to tell her.
This massive cloak, she just kind of folds a little bit under the weight that when he just drops it on her.
Okay, so y'all are just going and getting that right now?
We're gonna get the trident.
Okay.
They are. I
Hold on.
can't.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
hold
What's
on, we
Fergus?
can't leave Maeve behind.
Maeve is fine. We need to push her in the water, though.
She can't survive down there.
With the cloak on, though, it'll do its thing, and she can
Oh,
breathe
what's
water.
the cloak? I guess he doesn't know what the cloak is. You just handed her a cloak and was like, jump in.
Well, Maeve should be like writhing right now because it's basically like forcing her to have gills.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you
Did you put
handed
it
that
on?
to me.
Yeah, I put it on her.
Oh, I thought. Oh, okay. I didn't realize you handed me that cloak. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't
This
need it anymore, really, except for speed.
Oh, true. True. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So, Maeve, if you put this, if you like clasp this cloak around your neck, it is going to sort of solidify and like kind of merge with your shoulders and back, and gills are going to open up on your neck. But it will give you a 60-foot swim speed. You are not impacted by pressure or cold, and you can breathe underwater.
Cool. Okay.
60-foot swim speed.
It is 60 feet.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Oh,
extremely
crazy.
Fergus will
fast.
be upset by this.
It's
So, like,
super fast.
I just start walking into the water.
So, Baylog, as you start moving into the water,
Uh-oh.
you find that at your will, you are able to sort of push away all water within 15 feet of you. In
Oh my
every-
god, that's what it does?
In every direction.
Oh shit. Okay,
So you are moving basically along the sand, just walking.
so the water just is repelled by me. Wouldn't that have happened in the cave then when I was standing in the river? Like
It's
Wouldn't
it's
it-
only if you will it to. If you
Oh.
turn it off, the water will collapse back in. So be careful
Okay.
about that.
Oh, is this a concentration?
No, but you can get yourself in trouble using it, and you may or may not find that out as you're using it. Just be careful about how you use it.
Okay.
So if
So
you turn it off, the water will collapse back onto you.
Okay, well I'm not going to turn it off. I'm gonna like just slowly walk down.
So Baylog, Fergus, and Maeve, y'all are really not going to get very far at all before sharks start showing up.
Well, when they come within 15 feet, they're just gonna plop onto this uselessly, aren't they?
So, what happens, Baylog, is these sharks come flying at you in an ultra aggressive manner. Hang on, let me find these things. And they are going to rocket through in an attempt to bite you. But depending on how that goes, it may certainly not work out in their favor.
Yeah, because I don't see them going 30 feet from one wall of water into the other while making their attacks.
Okay. Okay, so you guys are going in here trying to do this?
Yep.
Alright, so what you're going to find is, go ahead and make me a dex save, Baylog, as one of these sharks flies out.
Alright.
Okay. So, Baylog, what happens is this shark, is flying through the water, and it is going to just, in a kamikaze-like fashion, just completely dive bomb onto you. You are going to be knocked to the ground, as the weight of this massive creature. Damn it, I'm having a hard time. Sorry. Oh my god. Smashes you into the ground. And Fergus and Maeve, you guys are going to see as Balog is sort of like holding this shark back while its mouth is sort of thrashing about, trying to get a hold of him.
How big is the shark? Is it like just standard shark, great white size or something?
Yeah, this is basically a great white. Maeve, roll me a perception check.
One perception.
Wow, okay, yeah, so with a 27, you're definitely going to notice there's unusual scarring down the side of the shark. But seemingly without any regard for its well-being, it has sort of plummeted towards Balog and is attempting to bite him. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. And Balog, you were going to take just 3 damage.
Oh. Oh, that's the defender's one ties.
Yeah, if that 14 wouldn't hit you, then we could take the 5.
Oh, okay. Well.
This was essentially your failed save.
Oh. Okay.
And not so much the attack. I was just rolling damage for it. Okay, everybody. We've got our initiative. Fergus. Okay. Alright, so Fergus, you are up first as this shark is madly chomping at Balog, trying to get a piece of his flesh here. This is one of the hyper-aggressive ones that was coming after you.
Does it look like it's struggling to breathe right now while not being in water?
You know it certainly is. It's not able to swim anymore. It's just sort of like sitting on Balog. He was sort of knocked off his feet, and its just weight is just pressed on his chest while its mouth flails about.
Okay.
If you were to roll an attack against it, it would be at advantage, if that gives you some idea. It is debilitated by not being in water.
Sure, yeah. I will actually take my dagger and try and slice its gills.
Okay.
Hopefully, I don't know, that'll help do something.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll your attack.
Dagger.
Alright, and that is at advantage.
At advantage, that's right. 12 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
Cool, so that's 8 damage. Bonus action, unarmed strike. I'm just gonna punch it. Oh, I don't have. I need to make that.
Punch it.
Yeah.
Just gonna punch it.
I realize I don't have a punch button. I don't have. The monk doesn't have an unarmed attack. I'll make one.
Okay, so how do you kill this shark, Fergus?
Oh my gosh.
Punch it.
After slicing open the gills, he just punches into it and bursts its breathing apparatus. Anatomy.
Okay. All right. So, as you do so, right, Fergus, this shark is going to sort of flop over dead, and Balog, you sort of push it off, and climbing to your feet, you note that this creature had no regard for itself when it dove this way. And turning, you see another one approaching and prepared to do the same thing from the opposite side.
Alright. I'm going to... Well, wait. Or it's Maeve's.
Oh yeah, true. True. So all of you see this. All right. So Maeve, what would you like to do?
I'm going to put on the necklace and summon a marrow to see if try to summon a marrow if it'll come.
Okay. Yeah, sure thing. So you can summon a marrow.
And I will instruct it, kill it, and I'll point at the oncoming shark.
Okay. It is going to roll initiative and will begin next turn.
Alright. I'm gonna hide behind shark. Brace for the next shark through.
Okay. All right. And Maeve, did you want to do anything with your bonus action?
Nope.
Okay. Then everyone reroll if you haven't done so already. Alright, Baylog, you are up first. There is one more coming this way.
I'm preparing that great axe, but also while hiding. It's sharks.
It's gonna be pretty hard to hide you because all the water around you is being pushed away.
Yeah, I know, but I'm hiding behind the body, like just making it harder for it to dart out.
Okay. So what's going to happen is, like before, this one is going to sort of madly dash and attempt to propel itself towards you. And Fergus and Maeve, the two of you note that they are targeting Baylog, who is a little further out in the water. And as this thing comes flying... Well, actually, I guess you're just prepping, so we'll wait for its turn. Okay. So that's enough of that. Anything else you want to do, Baylog?
No, that's it, just waiting.
Alright, it is the Marrow's turn. Maeve, what would you like the Marrow to do? It can stab it, grapple it.
We'll go stab and aim in the gills.
Oh, I know what this is. Okay. So you go for a stab? Okay. So your Marrow is going to swim through the water here. And you all watch as the Marrow's empty hand sort of reaches into the water and lifts just out of the surface a long spear, seemingly grown of coral, but it just sort of Mary Poppins the spear out of the surface of the water as part of its like surge forward, and it is going to thrust the spear towards the shark. Wow, doing a whopping 11 damage. Seriously wounding the shark.
Excellent.
Okay, and with this, blood is going to start filling the water. And Fergus, you are up next.
Awesome. He's gonna go for that shark. Dagger. Oof.
Okay,
Not
this
so-
one actually will not land.
Will not.
As its sandpapery
okay.
skin brushes past.
I will bonus action punch. Oh gosh.
That'll hit.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I will not forget those. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, how do you kill this one, Fergus?
He's gonna punch in the same spot that the marrow made an opening, and again just punch through, crushing internal organs.
Okay. Fergus, You are only able to catch this out of the corner of your eye, but a massive shark, this one covered in runes, is suddenly there beside you as it surges between you and Baylog. And grabbing you in its jaws, Fergus, it is going to carry you off. And the two of you sort of just go surging as you're sort of like holding it off from actually clamping down on you, right? You're sort of pinned against its nose, and it is sort of pulling you off this way. And Maeve, you sort of see this as Fergus finishes this one over here, this massive one, surges between he and Baylog and carries him off. What would you like to do?
I will swim after it, and, well, I'm going to command the Marrow to save Fergus and swim after it.
Okay. You can actually reach it with Baylog's new cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Accidentally smushed you there. So feel free to place yourself. You have plenty of movement and an action and bonus action.
Okay. I'm going to take my crossbow and shoot it in the eye.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll it up. Okay, so it'll take 7 damage. And what was that, Baylog?
Am I able to go since I was just preparing an attack this whole time?
Yeah, we'll let you go ahead and go at the end here.
Okay.
All right. Anything else, Maeve?
No.
Okay.
Is the Marrow following?
Yes, the Marrow will follow.
Okay.
It's just already gone this turn.
Okay. That
Okay.
is it.
And Baylog, what did you want to do?
I wanted to hit it when it came close to us, but I'm assuming that it never went into bubble. It just kind of like the edge.
That's right. Did you go?
I was
You
waiting
were
to
prepping
attack
for
the
the
one.
other one.
Starting, but this one
That's right. That's right.
Good.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll an attack of opportunity. Since you had something prepared. Okay, yeah, you will do a whopping 16 damage. Okay. It is taking some serious damage from you guys. That made a really fucking big difference. Okay. Alright, everyone reroll initiative.
It's almost time for your appointment. Okay, okay.
We can pause if we need to.
Alright. Let's just see how it goes. Baylog, you're up first.
I'm going to dash towards this, like right underneath this shark, effectively grounding it, or not right under, but basically where it's within 15 feet.
You would not have to dash to reach this shark.
Oh, okay, I just run up to it then.
Okay.
Does it fall to the sand?
Yeah, actually it will. So as you approach, you're going to sort of take the water out from under it.
Alright, and then I'm going to hit it again with the axe.
Alright, do so at advantage.
Alright, 25 to hit.
That will definitely hit. How much damage?
14.
14. Alright, so how do you want to do this, Baylog?
So it like falls to the ground, and then it just like looks up at me with Fergus like halfway in its mouth, and like I just like
grimace at it or scowl at it, and then I just chop its head clean off.
All right. So as
With
you
Fergus still in its mouth.
as you decapitate it, and Fergus, you watch as this massive obsidian great axe swings down, and beheads this shark. As it does so, you guys are going to notice little fish start to float to the surface. All around you.
Little fish?
Yeah, little floating
Coming from the
bodies.
shark?
Nope, they're just sort of rising out of the water around you. And they're just sort of floating to the surface. And you guys are
Like we
also
both-
going to notice several sharks, which sort of float up and do the same.
Oh no. Well, I mean that's good, I guess, but that solves a problem.
Okay, and we will pick this up next time.
We just kill the entire local ecosystem by doing this.